This is some Area 51 stuff going down here. That's a really sci-fi kind of sound. Okay guys, I'm here with Lou and Mark, and Mark is going to be, say hello guys.
Hello. Hello.
And that's Mark Cup 70 by the way,
yeah,
YouTube channel.
That's
and that's Lou, no YouTube channel.
Yep,
and that's Jasper.
No YouTube.
So Mark, you're going to talk us around your new purchase.
Yes.
What is it first of all?
Purchase, it's a lease. Here we have BMW's I3S. It's the run-out model. It's got the biggest battery they've ever had, so it's 42 kilowatt hour. Gives it about 170 mile an hour range. Got it on Tuesday this week, and he done 250 miles so far, so still learning it. It's a good thing, it's a good thing. I'm looking forward to seeing what you think of it, John.
Well, let's have a look. Let's go and have a look in the cockpit first, yeah?
Okay, yeah, come on, man. So, well, you open it, because you asked the question about how do you open the back door.
I mean, I love BMW, but they forgot to put a handle on the door.
Yeah,
it's unforgivable.
Hold on, yeah, I'll unlock it. So, key. There you go, climb in there.
Right, let me go inside.
So, open the back door. Have a look.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. Look at that. It's not so bad. That's like the old Toyota, the RX-8s.
And that's its party piece.
Carbon fibre.
The whole, from that point upwards, the entire body is made of that material or a polymer composite. So, yeah, it's.
So using expensive materials on it.
I can't see that they made any money ever when they were selling these. I mean, they've stopped now. I think the last one rolled off the production line a couple or 3 days ago.
And it must weigh about 4 tons, yeah?
No, about 1250, 1275, something like that, I think.
It's lighter than my CS.
Which for an EV with a couple of 100-mile range, which it genuinely has.
We were talking about this, weren't we?
It's the same as you've got in your M4,
yeah,
isn't it?
It's
But
like...
yours has got a pattern. It's,
yeah.
It's a plastic that's got fibres from the Canaf plant in it, which is a member of the hemp family. And
So you can smoke it.
well, they make rope out of hemp, don't they? So it's quite strong, and it means that all of this plastic, that door there, which is covered in it, all of that is 30% lighter than non-Canaf, polymer.
It's really interesting. Right, let's go inside.
Yeah, jump in.
Little window here. Right, let's go on full pan so you can experience the whole car. The steering wheel is lovely, isn't it?
Press the start-stop button if you want.
It feels very modern. It's very minimal, isn't it?
Well, got to remember as well, this hasn't changed. I don't think they've given the inside any facelift since it was introduced in 2013. So it's been for sale for like 8 years, and they've never changed it. So this doesn't, to me, look out of date today. But back in 2013, it must have been mad. I never really noticed it back in the day until I got destroyed by one in my Fiesta.
And the iDrive
Something went away
system.
for some lights, and I, it absolutely tore away from me, and that was the non-S.
It's very familiar, the iDrive system. That's
Yeah,
good. And then you've got your aircon.
The iDrive I've got is business nav. They were spec'd to come with Pro Nav, but they changed that over at the end of the production run.
It still has the BMW feel, doesn't it? Obviously.
Very much.
But like when you look up, I sort of recognise all this. It's got the ejector thing here.
But it's more than just the bits in it. It feels like a BMW, which is bizarre considering it's made of
Electric handbrake. Now, what sort of miles to the gallon do you do? Is it unleaded or diesel?
Yeah. Range, if my wife was driving it, she'd get close to 200 based on what I've seen. She used it this morning, and I looked at what her economy was.
And you get what,
I
300 because you drive like Miss Daisy?
Yeah. Now I could, honestly, I probably could at my worst get it down to about 110 because it's so quick that you can't drive it flat out everywhere. It's so quick.
Can we pop the bonnet?
Yeah, no, absolutely. Come on. Let me put a couple of things out to you out here. So close that door. So this is a bit bizarre. Every single body panel
Wow.
is plastic, everything. And well, you might be able to get it, John.
Makes a lot of sense that if you get a dink, you can just replace the
you
panel.
don't- Well, they don't dent.
Well, if it cracked it or
Yeah,
something,
no,
you know.
They don't dent. You don't see dented i3s. So the colour is this blue, which doesn't really come out unless you're in direct sunlight and the angle, blah, blah, blah. But it goes around the middle, and so the bonnet and all of this bit is black. But look there.
Okay.
You're getting that on the camera?
Yeah, it's got
the
pattern in it. It's
bare
got.
carbon fibre reinforced plastic.
Oh wow.
And they left it bare, which I think is quite a nice touch. I noticed this yesterday. Let me show you this. So open up this bit. Look what they've done to these stems to save weight.
That's incredible.
Have you ever seen that before?
That is
I've never seen that.
That's the smallest engine I've ever seen.
So you can get to the battery under here and the screen wash, and that's it. So it's just the charging cable which I use when I connect it at work, and then there's the plug-in one, you know, 3-pin domestic. I've got at home, which I'm going to put on tonight. So when we meet tomorrow, we can all go and drive it properly.
Oh, good.
So it's going to be fully charged tomorrow. Well, as
And
much as I can charge it overnight.
You got plans to take this on the track?
I can't.
You can't.
I can't. The lease stops that happening.
All right.
Track days forbidden, and also my company car policy that I wrote says no.
Okay. I'll see you at Goodwood next weekend then. Yeah.
But when I enter the auto solo in October, if one of you might be so kind to drive the Cayman there that morning, I would drive this, and I'll see if they'll let me put it round without the clocks running, because I just want to see what it's like, because it's
Yeah,
got so much torque
probably.
to get away from the cones, and it's got the turning circle for those really tight bits where you have to go super slow.
Yeah.
So,
Tell me about the tyres.
oh, the wheels. These are comical. They're 20-inch rims, but at the front they're only
you see that?
175 wide, so they're really, really small. And at the rear they're 195. The standard car, they're 155s, 155 tyres, so they're about like that wide.
Yeah.
But it means the wheels can turn so far that A, you've got a great turning circle, and B,
Eat your dinner off those.
you can catch slides very easily because you've got so much lock. I haven't gone there yet because I've only done 250 miles on this drive, but I'm hoping for some rain over the course of the next week or so.
Let's have a look at the boot, yeah?
Yeah, well, we've got this.
And that's where the petrol goes.
So that's the one I use, and if ever I go to, you know, a roadside fast filling one, DC, that's AC, you take that off as well. So it's the CCS.
So I couldn't
Type 2
have one of these because my missus would try and put petrol in it, and she'd be there for hours trying to work out how it was gone wrong.
So the boot, it's not ideal as a main car, but
It's
as
got
a
quite a bit
second
of
in a
space,
commuter,
isn't it?
it's good enough.
So there must be loads of gubbings under here, the engine
Well-
and all this sort of. Oh, wow.
So what you can see there, but the motor's under that side. In this one, that's an empty space that would have had the petrol generator in the range extended version. The seats go flat, and it's flat all the way through, and you have about 1,100 litres. So it's enough.
And you have no oil.
No, there's hardly anything to maintain on these things.
Yeah.
Most people don't even replace brake pads because you slow down using the brake regeneration from the motors.
He would fit in that boot.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be alright. Take the bathroom chef out.
This one's got 184 metric horsepower, 184 PS. Standard one's 170, 60 in about 6.5 seconds. I think it feels as quick as my M140i, which did it in 4.5. But
Well,
you
Reg is now on his way over.
Yeah.
He's now on his. He heard that.
Honestly, it feels so quick. But you know, I'll take you out and I'll show you what that feels like.
Right, we're going to go for a drive in it. Okay, so we're on our way. Listen to this, guys.
Silence and a bit of whine. My daughter thinks it sounds like a tube train. I think it sounds like a spaceship.
And
It sounds weird. I mean, I'm getting used to it, the silence, but
it's so
weird.
quiet, isn't it?
You think about it. People like Rolls-Royce. How much did they spend over the years trying to make their cars this smooth and this quiet from
Yeah.
the engine? And yet every EV has that by default.
And you don't really pay a penny to fuel this, do you?
I'm lucky in that there are chargers installed at work which I get to use. Is there also a roundabout up there?
Yeah, there's a bigger one.
Okay. So yeah, look, not touching the brake.
Yeah, that's another thing. So it brakes itself. You'd lift off the accelerator and it brakes, but you've got the main brake if you ever need to stop.
Yeah. But it means you hardly ever need to replace pads.
Right, let's see what she goes like. It's a nice little stretch.
Ready?
That reminds me of an aeroplane taking off.
Did you? I hope that
There's
the Y.
Yeah, there's. I've not
Yeah.
got that.
Right. Now I'm going to stick it in sport mode, and when we come out of this roundabout, I'll give it a squirt a bit before the exit, and you feel
Best way to exit is left. There's a nice
so
straight.
that way. Okay. So we'll go right round. Okay. Ready?
It sticks. It really sticks.
So I'll get it back down again. The bit that I like is the way it gets going. So we're doing 30 miles an hour now. Right, hold the camera on your face and see what right, ready? So 30 miles an hour. Again.
It does have a little kick, doesn't it? My God.
That's what I mean.
Actually, go this way. Go this way. Yeah. No, even though we've got traffic, it's a better windy road. You can get a bit of distance.
See, you can pop overtakes in. I could have gone for it there.
Oh, yeah.
No, but it's effortless. You know,
Yeah.
it makes driving so easy.
Yeah.
So easy. Like I would have popped one in there if I was on my own, and you know, I didn't give a. Yeah. So yeah, the space in here is incredible.
Yeah. What don't you like about it? What's the bad things?
Getting nitpicky. Behind here, there's holes with screws,
Oh, yeah.
and I'm constantly feeling those with my hand the way I hold the wheel.
Yeah.
That's it.
Really?
That's the only downside I've seen so
There's
far
gotta be
versus
more.
what I was expecting. Well, okay, you could argue that the boot's not that big.
You could lose.
But I don't need
you
it.
want to put your sandwich down there and it gets lost under that air flap thing.
No, John, for me at the moment, what this is costing me and everything else,
Yeah.
it's perfect. It's it's a good thing.
It's
a
so
good thing.
quiet. That's the thing I can't get over. There's no tyre noise. There's sort of virtually no tyre noise.
No, and you're used to a car though that has a lot of road noise, and so am I. People say this has got a lot of road noise, but I don't hear it, and clearly you're not.
No, it's quiet. It's very smooth. It is quite stiff, isn't it?
I think it's somewhere between my C-Max and my Cayman.
Yeah.
I think it's a firm car. I don't think it's unnecessarily firm. It's not like Clio Cup firm.
No.
This is a nice road. It's a shame there's
It is.
other
There's always
cars.
traffic on it. But we'll go left and hopefully get a good run left. Yeah, there's plenty of space. It feels like quite a nice quality interior.
Well, does it feel and sound like a BMW?
Well, yeah, it does. It does. Yeah, it feels. It's got that BMW feel. The little things you recognise. You know, these are the same handles out of the 1 Series. This is unusual. This looks at first glance like they've missed a bit of trim out.
Yeah.
And it's got to go on.
But it's just they're reinforcing the fact that this is sustainable manufacture. That comes from plants. Oh, I had to touch the brakes then.
So you can give this a good.
Oh no, there's only one method of acceleration, John, when you drive an EV, and that is flat out.
I love.
There you go.
It's really accelerating, and the engine's going with the motor. Yeah, it's really good.
So, yeah,
So you're happy?
very happy, very happy.
And you-
which is good because I've got this car for a long time.
Yeah.
3 years.
And you were going to get a Mini.
I was going to get a Mini, but they're having real production problems. They kept putting the date back and putting the date back, and with fuel prices the way they are, I thought, okay, what else can I get? This was a bit more money, which is why I never looked at it originally, because it was out of my price range. But then when I researched it, I got a bit excited by the way it was built, and the engineering in me made me.
How much would one of these cost then if you wanted to go and buy one?
Well, the lease that I got would cost retail £580 a month for 3 years and 30,000 miles total.
Right.
It's costing me less because I'm doing it through a salary sacrifice, and then I'm not putting 30,000 miles on the Porsche over the next 3 years, and I'm not paying 170 quid a month to put petrol in to drive to work.
And you're going to save money. But if I wanted to go and buy one in a showroom, whack a load of cash down.
I think this is 36 and a half.
36 and a half. It's not bad, is it? It's not bad. I suppose the unknown is, what's it going to be like in 10 years' time? Is it still going to be viable, or will the technology have moved on so much that the range it'll be like a quarter of what the modern ones are doing?
Well, there's talk of solid state batteries. These are lithium ion, or maybe lithium polymer, I'm not sure, they're lithium something. But there's talk of solid state batteries, which for a given volume and weight can hold like 2 or 3 or maybe even 4, I'm not sure, times the charge, and they can charge up much quicker. So when that starts becoming a bit more mainstream, you'd have a car that weighs no more than what we have with ICE cars at the moment. So in theory, you know, that's just around the corner. This battery in this car, 42 kilowatt hours, 170 miles of range. When it was released in 2013, the same space, all filled with battery, but it only had 22 kilowatt hours and only about, I think, 70 or 80 miles of range. So they've that's battery technology advances in 5 or 6 years, because it was 2013 originally launched, and they started the big battery, I think, in 2018. So battery technology is advancing quite quickly. So, you know, things like this will begin to feel a bit more normal in a few years. I don't think we're too far away.
Brilliant. Well, let's end the tape there.
Holding on to what I knew, but the moment's gone. Where was I when